Before the emergence of Western civilization, different tribes in Nigeria and all over the world have their own gods, their traditional gods, and their deities that are associated with one thing or the other. But the Yoruba culture, which we want to talk about today, has some uniqueness in its own traditional gods and the deities, and that is why it can't compare Yoruba culture to other cultures. They have this uniqueness in their own cultural beliefs as well as their traditional gods. And that leads us to today's topic, which is the uniqueness of deities in Yoruba mythology. You're welcome to Wisdom Yard Online TV, and as always, this is your only sexy sugar mommy of Lagos, Ayomiku, taking you through lifestyle show on Wisdom Yard Online TV. If you're yet to subscribe to any of our platform, I think this is the right time to do that. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow every of our page on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as well as Twitter, for you to always have the best content. Yes, so today's topic, like I said, we'll be talking about the uniqueness of deities in Yoruba mythology. I've decided to break this down for easy comprehension, and they are under 4 basic headlines, which are gender, beauty, power separation, as well as death. When we talk about gender as regards to the Yoruba deity in their mythology, genders are not really specified to their deities. They don't really specify, okay, this is male, this is female. For instance, when we talk about Eshu, Eshu is regarded in Yoruba as the deity of change as well as uncertainty. Some people refer to Eshu as male, while some people see Eshu as female. So it depends on what part of Yoruba culture you are to determine whether it's male or female. Same as Olokun. We all know Olokun is the ruler of the ocean as well as large water bodies. Olokun is regarded as male in some parts and female in some other parts. And that's why you see some people call Olokun goddess, Olokun Asorodayo, whatever they call it. You know, they tend to call it maybe goddess, like female, like feminine representation, and some go for masculine representation. So that shows that when it comes to gender in Yoruba mythology, we don't really specify what gender any of our deities are. The next one is beauty. When we talk about beauty, you would have heard about some certain people associating beauty to some certain deities. For example, in Greek, they associate any beauty or any beautiful person to Aphrodite, while in Romance, they associate that to Venus. So whenever someone is beautiful, they'll be like as beautiful as an Aphrodite, you know, that kind of representation. It's just because they decided that that is what gives beauty. Okay, but in Yoruba culture, Yoruba mythology, we do not associate beauty to any deity or any god. And this is because most of the time they believe that generally all the gods are beautiful. So the characteristics of god and goddesses is that beauty. You know, when someone comes out and the person looks amazingly stunning, they'll be like, no, this person looks extremely like a goddess, you know. So, but when we talk about beauty, I mean the original beauty, you get, they tend to associate that to the Yemoja, who is regarded as the god of the underwater, the deep sea. So, as well as Olokun to the ruler of the ocean, they regard these two deities to have ultimate beauty, so to say. So, beauty in Yoruba land is not necessarily specified or attached to any god. Moving on, we have power separation. In Yoruba mythology, when it comes to deities, they tend to separate power. There's already power attached to different deities. For example, let's specify on water bodies. When it comes to the deep sea, we talk of Yemoja. Yemoja rules the deep sea. Anything that happens under the water is ruled and governed by Yemoja. When we talk of Oshun, Oya, and Oba, we talk about rivers. So rivers are being controlled, guided by this Oshun, Oya, and Oba. And when we are talking about Olokun, Olokun is regarded as the ruler of ocean, large water bodies. So these gods specifically have their own jurisdiction. You already know that if it is Yemoja, it's deep sea. If it is the rivers, we talk about Oya and Ko. And when it is large river bodies, like large water bodies, we talk about Olokun. So they already have power separation. Nobody fights for anybody's seat. And finally, let's talk about death. Death in Yoruba mythology is not attached to any god. They see death as a force, and it's only Olodumare, that is the supreme god, that has ultimate power to request for death or call off death. So they do not see death as a god to be worshipped. They rather give all thanks and adoration to Olodumare for giving or for cancelling death. So death on its own is not a deity, but is something that is reckoned with in the Yoruba mythology. So I hope I've been able to teach you some things today, but if you feel like there are some that I've not added to all of this mythology belief, you can decide to teach me something in the comment section. And until next time, I remain my humble self, Ayomiku. Do also always subscribe and like every of our videos on Wisdom Yard Online TV. Bye!